What if someone does get the virus? Now, when someone gets the virus, there are two sections in this. One is asymptomatic, the second is symptomatic. Asymptomatic is either he doesn't get any symptoms at all, or even if he does get the symptoms, then there are mild symptoms like fever, cold, cough. In such circumstance, what we need to do is that we need to quarantine ourselves in a room. Please understand that quarantine is not a treatment for the person who's got the COVID disease. It is to prevent his infection from spreading to other people in the house. So it is a treatment for them, not for the person who has got it. So once he is inside the room, he needs to lock himself in the room, and he uses his own bathroom, washes his own bathroom. Please don't allow anyone to come in, because anyone coming into the room gets infected. So that area is totally the patient's domain, the patient's area. He should eat from paper plates. Whenever it is time, someone from outside keeps the paper plate with food outside his door. He takes it in, eats, and then collects a couple of paper plates. He will put them in a plastic bag and keep it outside the door. And someone wears gloves, picks it up and goes and throws it out. So it's basically a no-touch direct technique. Okay. Now, when he is inside, if he's got fever, he has to take paracetamol. The Crocin or Dolo 650. Both Crocin is also coming in 650 strengths. Dolo is also coming in 650 strengths. These are something which should be taken. Other than that, you should steam yourself with steam inhalations, with what we call as the Carvol steam inhalation. Put it and take in the steam 3 times a day. And again, the same thing, betadine gargling, betadine spraying into your nose, clean yourself properly, and hydrate yourself very well. That is very important. The two most important things are having good fluids in your body, which will, how does that show you? See, if you have fever, then lot of liquid is lost from the skin as sweat. So you have to compensate it by taking more amount of fluids. So you have to hydrate yourself well. And how do you know that your hydration is good? You pass good amounts of urine through the day. So if you take these precautions and be at home, in addition to which, if you're having a little more symptoms, then get a CT scan done, see how your chest is. And there are certain blood tests, the same place where you get the CT scan done, they'll also do your blood tests. Depending on the blood parameters and the CT scan status, that will decide whether you need to be admitted in the hospital or you can still continue to be at home. There is something called a pulse oximeter which you need to buy. Thermometer, pulse oximeter, and a chart where you need to fill up all these things. What does the pulse oximeter show? The pulse oximeter is put to the finger and it shows how much is the oxygen levels in the blood circulating in your body. When you put it to the tip of the finger, that means the farthest end of the part of your body, if that is getting sufficient oxygen, then that means the whole body is getting sufficient oxygen. The closer it is to 100 is the limit. The closer it is to 100, it is considered as a very good chest condition, or the lungs are functioning very well and you are in a safe zone. So what is the lower limit? A good thing is between 96 and 100. Moderate is 94 to 96. Below 92 is critical. Please understand, if it is falling below 92, that means oxygen levels are falling. You have to be in the hospital. So up till 93, it is absolutely fine. Even if the first time without any infection you're putting it, you're getting 94, 95, don't get worried. What you need to do is do some exercises which will help you to build up the oxygen level, build up the lung capacity, increase the lung capacity, allow the lungs to take more oxygen inside and give you good oxygen into the body. So how do we do this? One is, I'll show you a very simple exercise. So by way of a breathing exercise, the simplest one which every one of us can do at home is that you stand up straight with your feet together and start raising your hands like this. So now as you are raising your hands, you also will have to start taking a deep breath inside, slowly. And then keep your hands absolutely straight up, and you will take a very deep breath and hold that breath. And when you hold the breath, you start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you come to 10, slowly lower your hands and send out your breath through the mouth. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.